Hey, what's up guys? It's your girl Dorothy, and you know what time it is? It's story time. And this story time, I don't think it's going to disappoint. It's about my crazy roommate who took a crap on the couch and ended up in the mental hospital. So let me give you guys some background information first. Okay, so before this roommate moved in, it was me, my friend, and this other girl. And so we lived together for a little bit, and eventually me and my friend and the other girl had differences, so she moved out. So it was just me and my friend for a while, and everything was all good. And then one day, this guy came to the door. Oh, by the way, keep in mind that we live in a college neighborhood, so they can assign us random roommates at any time. But anyways, the guy came to the door and asked us, oh, hey, the front office told me to come ask you guys if I could move in, and because they know that you're girls, and I have to ask your permission before I can move in. And we thought about it for a little bit, and then we said yeah, because we figured a guy would be better than a girl roommate because it would mean less drama. And boy, were we wrong. So he moved in, and everything was fine at first. Like, he seemed like a cool guy. We would hang out with him, like chill, have beers with him. We even went to a few parties like in our neighborhood with him because he seemed like a cool guy. But then things eventually started going downhill. He started nagging me about my boyfriend at the time who would come over, and then he would just nitpick at little things. And then he eventually started eating our food, which really pissed me off because it's one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, I don't buy food to feed you. But you know, sometimes those are just normal little things that roommates do that kind of irk you. But anyway, eventually, he actually just started being in the living room all the time and just being really creepy about it and like not wanting me and my roommate in there. One day, he cornered me in the back of our apartment. Like, we had our laundry area, and then we had a table right next to the laundry area. So he cornered me in the back where the laundry area was, and the table, which was kind of over here, and then the only way, and then there was a corner, so the only way I could get out was where he was blocking. So he starts yelling at me about my boyfriend being over all the time and telling me how my boyfriend was causing him to F up at work. And I'm like, dude, you're crazy, because like, there's no way my boyfriend being over, staying in my room the entire time, is making him mess up at work. So we already knew that something was wrong with him starting at this point, because no normal person would think that way. But yeah, anyway, so eventually we kind of just tried to ignore him for a while, even though I still was extremely uncomfortable around him. We tried to ignore him, and one time we had friends over, so we all went to go hang out in my friend's room because we did not want to deal with him. So we hung out in there, and we were just having a good old time. And then I came out, and then there was crap on the couch, on the floor, everywhere. And he basically, I was like, where did this come from? And he's like, oh, I think it was your cat. So you know what I do? I start cleaning this crap up, and then I realized that my cat was in my friend's room with me and my friends, so my cat couldn't have done it. So I was like, I'm not gonna curse. I'm trying not to curse right now. I cleaned up his human feces. And so I'm like super pissed off because my cat does not smell like poop. And so it was obviously him, because he was the one that was laying on the couch to begin with. And he went into his room right after he blamed it on my cat, like nothing happened. So, you know, after complaining to my friends, and like we talk about it, and I'm pissed off, I'm cleaning myself off because I just cleaned up crap, human crap. And so after that, you know, everything's calmed down, I go to bed, and you know what? The next day, it's all cleaned up. Candles lit and everything, all the stuff's cleaned up. You know, if it was my cat, why did he clean it up? Exactly. So anyways, I'm not trying to make this video like 10 minutes long. So basically, long story short, I ended up getting his boss's phone number because I knew where he worked. And so I talked to her, and then she tells me how she let him go because he started acting erratically and he just stopped showing up for work. And now that was on him. It had nothing to do with my boyfriend at the time. And anyway, after that, she actually gave me his parents' phone number. And so me and my roommate call his parents, and then they tell us, oh, you don't have to worry about him. He just has bulimia. He won't hurt you or anything like that. But if you feel uncomfortable, you can call the police. Now, if your son won't hurt us or anything like that, why are you telling us to call the police? He eventually finds out that we called his parents, and he got really pissed off and like confronted us about it. And so at that point, everything became really even more aggressive. So at this point, me and my roommate wanted him out. So we reported him to the front office, and they tried to get him out, but he was basically not moving. So they had to give him a week's notice, because they can move you at any time, and but they have to give you notice. So we told them that we weren't comfortable staying there with him. So we actually had them call the police, like a non-emergency, so we could get our stuff, and they switched us to another apartment temporarily. And then during this time of us staying at another apartment, well, she actually went, my roommate went with her mom, and I actually just stayed at the apartment by myself. But anyway, during that time, he got Baker acted, which I think that's a Florida thing, but basically that means you are forced to go to a psychiatric hospital against your will, because you either they think you're gonna harm yourself or others. So basically, we get told that there was actually a neighborhood police officer that lived in our neighborhood, and he was mine and my roommate's next door neighbor. And so the guy that worked at the front office was told that by him, and then he told us, and we went back into the apartment, and the door was off its hinges. So we don't know what happened and who called for him to be Baker acted, but he was. But it didn't surprise any of us. But while he was gone, we actually went into his room, and we went through like his notebooks and stuff. Oh, and his room was filthy. It had dirty dishes, his room smelled, and it was just really bad. But anyways, we went through his notebooks. You know, some of his writings were really creepy, and one of the things in his notebook was talking about how he wanted to hurt people. He had these really bad thoughts and things like that. And I'm like thankful to this day that he didn't kill us, because honestly, I really did think if he would have stayed with us for the entire rest of the lease, we would have been killed, and we would have been on the news, and I wouldn't be telling you this story right now. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna just leave it there. That was my crazy roommate story, and I just wanted you guys to know that, so you can know this crazy part of my life. Like and subscribe, and I put out a video every week. Have a good day, guys. Bye.